In this LEGO City update, we're going to continue working on the mountain that hosts the Mountain View Observatory here in the LEGO City. And of course, that's going to be placed right over there by the zoo, Ninjago District, and farm. And I think we're going to be able to get it done today and hopefully placed in the LEGO City. So we've got a bunch of details that we need to add to this mountain. It splits into 3 different sections. Probably got to continue this water down here. And there also has to be some sort of water coming down this side as well to feed into the aviary in the zoo there. We're going to have to change up some of the plate work on the bottom as well to add like a pond and a connecting creek. And then we've got to add a mountain of slopes to this here just because the rock panels are looking rather rectangular right now. It's got the gravel road here. We're not quite done with the gravel road yet. We've got to add some more 1x1s to fill in all of those studs there, and then hopefully add some details and also some color too, just because it's pretty gray right now. It is a mountain, but we definitely need to add some color to take away some of the gray of it, especially when you look at the base of the Mountain View Observatory here. There's a lot of green, so we've got to try to blend that in a little bit better. So this is where we're at right now, and I'm excited to see where we get to today as we continue working on this massive LEGO City project. So it's Sunday. I figured I may as well throw some vlog style stuff in this video as well. Hanging out with the kids here. Look at this guy's dinosaur outfit. It's pretty snazzy. The flowers look cute too, Mill. You guys just ate a mountain of food and they're ready for their first nap. Yeah, Sunday. Hey, not bad. I actually pulled out some parts here. What I have to do is go through this fun looking container right here and pull out all the transparent elements. Oh, wait a minute, they're all transparent. No, all the trans blue and all the trans like clear, and pull them out so I can start stacking them in big columns, so then I can create a waterfall for this mountain there. That's how I've done all the other waterfalls. Now I don't think I'm going to be able to do it the same way as this because I don't think I have enough trans light blue 1x1s. That looks really good though when they're all trans light blue. So I have to fish through that container and see what we got. But I don't really know what I'm going to do here because there's water coming into the aviary, so I don't know how I'm going to have that flow on that side of the mountain as well. And there's also water coming down over there. This one here is pretty easy to visualize, but this one here leading into the aviary, not as much. Oh, you know what? There's probably a bunch of trans light blue and dark blue studs right here. Aha! Just had to think about it. Oh, perfect. So I guess we'll be parting this out today because look at that. Yes. Waterfalls will be easy to assemble now. Just had to think about it for a minute. There we go. Yes, that's awesome. The road is now complete, so all the 1x1 tiles, studs, plates, etc. have been added. Now it just needs to be blended in a bit. So the studs from the water plates have converted into that. It's a pretty basic building technique for a waterfall, but it adds a nice pop of color. It's 27 studs over, so I'm lining it up with the next section of mountain because that is going to line up with this when it's above. In order for the water to flow properly, I had to blast out a bunch of this rock work here, but this waterfall will continue to flow through this part of the mountain down to the bottom where there should be a pool of water. So at this point, I'm pretty much out of transparent light blue 1x1 studs, but the waterfall is looking pretty good. It's like carved right into the rocks. Looks pretty awesome. Unfortunately, I'm out of them, but we had just enough to make this waterfall, and that should connect quite well with the waterfall above. So waterfall's coming along nicely there, and check out the road. Got some nice details added to this as well. All sorts of slopes on the rock panels, blending it in. Bamboo and also some green cheese slopes that sort of match this up here. Not quite as extravagant, but hey, look at that. That looks fantastic, doesn't it? It's coming along great. Now we've just got to add that same level of detail to this entire section of the mountain as well. Benjamin, you switched your outfit to more dinosaurs. Nice. So I've brought the platform in so we can visualize how it's going to look here. Waterfall's connected nicely, and we've done some slope work around the upper portion of the waterfall. It's a little bit sketchy. We're living life on the edge here, everybody, but I really wanted to visualize how it's going to look. So you got the bottom panel, and then the 2 top panels connected. Woof! That's quite the mountain, hey? Starting the detail work here. And it's like, oh man, we're out of waterfall material, right? I do have these cylinders, but I don't know if we want to make it different. The water's going to start right there, and then it has to make its way over here 12 studs in to match up with the aviary waterfall. Where am I going to get more 1x1 studs? It's going to happen. Sorry, ship in the bottle. Oh... okay, let's pour them all over the floor too while I'm at it. Why not? What are you eating today? Millie, in your banana suit. What are you trying for the first time? You can hardly wait.
We're having a mango pit.
A mango pit? Goodness, how are you going to eat that? There you go, Millie. Dives right in.
Hold it like that, bud.
Look at you go. There you go. Mango.
They love mango, so this should be pretty easy.
There you go. You get it. You get it, Benjamin. My gosh, guys. Trying new foods. Yesterday was broccoli. Today is mango. There we go. Enjoying it, looks like. Better than broccoli. So this rock work is having a toll on the parts. So I've decided I've got to find some more cheese slopes. I'm going to run this bin of unsorted Lego through this big brick sorter from PeteSquare23.com. And we're going to try and find all the cheese slopes. Yeah, so this sorter here should help us do that, I think. Look what I just found in those parts. That is such a neat piece. I'm going to put it right here beside Mickey, Minnie, and Rivendell. Well, that was a success so far. Check it out, everybody. Woo! Doesn't that look awesome? Oh, yeah. That's amazing. Look at that. We blended in up here, right? Added some dark tan slopes and stuff just to match those walls of the observatory. Added a mountain of slopes. Like, it's just crazy bamboo. You got some green cheese slopes. Light gray, dark gray, tan, and just sort of made it work. Also added the waterfall right here. It's creeping out of the bottom of the observatory and lines up with that zoo area. You know what we're going to be doing next year? We're going to be placing it. But first, let's take a quick look at some before and after photos of this mountain. Not bad, not bad. Now we've got to do the challenging task here of placing this in the Lego city, so let's go check it out. Got all the pieces lined up here. Now I've just got to pop up through the hole and place them in the city. Got the top section placed there, and it absolutely towers over the Ninjago Mountain. And that's not even with the observatory. And there we have the base of the mountain. Here we go. I know, there's some stuff that needs to be blended in there, but we're going to take care of that as well in this video. Here it is. The tallest peak in the Lego city. Woo! That is awesome. So I've sort of left a mess while constructing this here. I've got some work that we need to do down here now, connecting these bodies of water. Also got to fix the exposed mills plate there. Also, there's a little bit of exposed mills plate right there where the waterfall comes down, but the waterfalls perfectly align with each other, which is amazing. And same with this waterfall over here to the aviary. So good thing we did the right math there. And I also have to take apart this section of the zoo so I can rebuild the rock wall right there, which is actually the base of the mountain, and blend this in there. So still quite a bit of work to do, but hey, that is just looking so fantastic. I am having a serotonin moment, if you know what I mean. Oh, I forgot about the apple tree. I had to take it off while placing the top of the observatory, so I'll put that back as well. There we go. Now the frogs are happy. Yeah, so this waterfall makes its way down here into a pool of water, and then it has to connect to the creek. So I've removed all the green plate on that 16 by 32 plate, and that should connect nicely with this creek here, which eventually flows underneath this bridge, right? Also, this waterfall needs to be dealt with as well, so I'm going to have to get in there and change out those green plates. Oh man, I guess this is easy enough to remove on its own. Good thing it's two separate sections. So I might have to bring that back to my desk and fix that up as well. But I'm more concerned about this right here. That needs to be fixed up. So that's what I'm going to be working on. Yeah, I just sort of had to make a huge mess here and rebuild this whole corner in the bear exhibit. So I have this rock panel wall in the bear enclosure, and I had to reduce it by one panel. It hinges, right? It was on ball joints. But not really the end of the world. I just had to reduce it in size because this needed more space. But it's pretty seamless now. You can't really tell that this is a bunch of different rock panels coming together to create this massive mountain. I also added some green plate and slopes all around up top here. This is just like a little green area. I thought originally that maybe this could be a place where people could come and sit, but you'd have to be quite the extraordinary hiker to get over there. I'll have to find some hiking minifigures. Sorry, not hiking, mountain climbing minifigures climbing up the side of the mountain here. That would be pretty neat. But yeah, definitely blended pretty good there with the zoo plates. So I'm pretty happy with the outcome of that. And I've still got some stuff going on here with the creek. We've had to create a couple more creek plates just to make sure that all of this water flows nicely together. This one's already been modified. I've got to place the big one back there, and we're creating one more that's going to connect this water there. And I accidentally destroyed that when I was working on the panels over here. The water is all connected now. Nice little creek beside the farm there. It actually splits and then connects to both waterfalls. Had to change up this plate here so it's green. It used to be dark gray. Change this up a bit as well. That waterfall flows down. And we've got the base of the mountain there. Change this up so it feeds into the waterfall. Still don't know what to do on the top of the platform coverings here. For now, I just put the light gray brick back there. It's actually a plate lower for some reason. That's why that tile is not connecting. But I also extended this bridge. I reduced it by one brick just so it fits beside the mountain there. I'm thinking maybe when I get Ninjago all figured out here, maybe this wooden boardwalk can still go along there or something. And then there can be like a caution sign saying, "Caution, this trail ends, watch yourselves." Yeah, that might be pretty funny, but I've got everything all fixed up here. All the creek plates are back, the mountain's placed. This is blended in for now. I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do with that. I still have a bunch of detail that I've got to add in here, like leaves and bushes and more trees, sort of make this area match the feel of the campground over here, just a lot more dense, right? And then probably add maybe some smaller trees and saplings all over this thing here. But I like how the water comes down and connects, and I think I've done a pretty good job of blending the Mountain View Observatory, which is based in dark tan, with the dark bluish gray, and I really like the road. What we're going to do for the remainder of the platform, I really don't know, because there's a gravel road there, so I'll have to sort of determine what we're going to do with the rest of this platform. I've never really been happy with the placement of Ninjago. Ninjago is going to stay on the race platform, but the exact position and configuration of it, I haven't quite decided yet. And once again, not sure how I'm going to integrate this cement wall in with the rest of the mountain. That's why I've just decided to continue with those reddish brown modified bricks there. I'm so glad that I didn't stick with my original idea of putting this massive set on this puny hill over here by the old fishing store and the lighthouse. That didn't really make any sense. Well, I guess it did make sense at the time, but I didn't really know that the Mountain View Observatory was that big of a building. And eventually now I'm going to have to go through and evenly distribute these trees so they go up onto the hill. Oh yeah, I also reconnected the train line there, so why don't I bring this train back, fire it up for the first time with you to see if it can actually run. That way if there's a disaster we can catch it on tape. Nice. Looks like there's a little bit of a wobble there. I'll have to make sure it's all aligned correctly, but the train is going. You know, I was thinking about how many pieces went into creating the mountain for the Mountain View Observatory. It's actually insane. I bet you the value of that mountain is much more than the actual set that is on top of it. As you think of all the underlying brick, the train supports, the slopes, the rock panels, all of the 2x gray brick, all of the 1x gray brick, bamboo, water elements, etc. It is insane to think of the value or just the amount of pieces that went into that. And the crazy thing about it is I had all of those pieces on hand. But I am truly almost out of slopes now, which is insane because once upon a time I ordered 1,000 of the dark gray slopes, but this is all I have left. Yeah, so we're not going to be able to do much more rock work after building that. It's pretty much coming to an end in regards to the rock work. I might have to hop back on Bricklink and see if I can get some more because I love the look of the mountains. I just think they add so much height and like dimension to the Lego city. They look fantastic. They just sort of fill the back wall there. And I would like to add more mountains. Maybe there needs to be more mountains on that platform. Who could know? Either way, I hope you enjoyed my placement of the Mountain View Observatory here in this Lego City update. I think that's the best mountain I've ever created. A lot of people want me to create a train tunnel. And the reason I decided to not create a train tunnel, I definitely thought of it, is because it's going around a corner there. So that mountain would have to be much larger and it would require way more pieces and it would have to be a very weird shape that's exactly fit for a train curve. So it'd be very strange to try and integrate a curve into that mountain. If it was in the mid platform, like if it was in the middle of the platform, then no problem. I probably would have integrated a tunnel, but just because it was a curve, I was like, no, I can't do that. That's far too ridiculous and far too many pieces to try and accommodate a massive curve because when you think about it, the nose sort of sticks out. So you have to make it this weird, large, awkward tunnel. Everybody, thank you so much for coming on by. I hope you enjoyed my update. Remember, like, subscribe, and stay tuned for some more great stuff. And farewell.